everybody. Welcome back to the Crystal Forecast by Serafina Christine. So, about the mic situation, the Bluetooth mic doesn't work with my iPhone. And so right now we're just going to be dealing with the iPhone recording my voice, or that's how I'm going to be videotaping these until I find another way. And this week's Crystal Forecast goes from May 23rd to May 30th. And I pulled, first we're going to start with the card. The card that I pulled is Zircon, Life Changes. Not sure if you can see that. This card is, it's all about change. Everything is transitioning, everything is morphing. After the week of the throat chakra, we just turned into the change ball. That's exactly what they're saying, where everything is going to change and everything is having a rippling effect on every other aspect of your life. It's not to say that it's not to say that it's not a good idea to make changes, but it's a good idea to be aware of the fact that when you make a change in one aspect of your life, it's going to ripple and it's going to cause or have an effect on every other aspect of your life right now. So if you are changing jobs, you can expect that to have an effect on your relationships. It's also a very transitional consciousness time, so the shifting of consciousness is changing all of our relationships as well. And all of our relationships is all of our life, essentially. We have a relationship to work, we have a relationship to our bosses, we have a relationship to our partners, to our friends, to our family. And as those relationships shift due to the consciousness that we are experiencing in our life, the new empowered us, the new, we're not enacting the societal norms, we are living in our heart, like consciousness, all of that consciousness is going to be shifting and changing, having ripple effects. And this is a week that we're really going to feel it in having the rippling effects and noticing the transitions of certain people who are no longer going to be part of our circle of friends. And it's nothing like people are not going to be going, oh, I'm not going to be a friend anymore, but it's more just going to be a gentle release. There's no work involved. There is no more work involved in the new paradigm because it's never work, it just is being, we are. And it doesn't mean that we never have to do anything, there's nothing to be done. It means that everything that we do is coming from a deep inspiration inside of us. Even if it has work, it is no longer considered work because it's a way to get to, as one of my friends says, get to our liberation. I am deliberately liberating myself from the bonds of old society norms. So that's what comes with the card, Zircon. And it's also a really amazing stone that grounds you. And so it's really important to be grounded right now throughout these changes, making sure that you're staying in your center. Make sure your feet are on the ground, unlike mine at this moment that I just put on the ground. I have a really bad habit of that. And so now I'm going to transition to the Ulexite stones. The first thing that comes up from the stone is a reminder to invite magic into our lives, not to get weighed down by everything else. As many changes as there are, everything's always going to change. It's just about going into our center, being okay with it, and then allowing the magic to happen inside of our lives because of the changes that are occurring. It's the changes that allow the magic to happen. And so being okay with that and recognizing the magic so that you can bring that joy, because everybody gets joyful when magic happens in their life. And it's about bringing that joy into all aspects of your life. Yes, there is a transition. Yes, there was a change. But you know what? It opened up the space for the magic to occur. It's all about, there's a lot about releasing this month as well. I know May is already almost past, but it's really important to be releasing, to letting go. This past week for me, I was being told consistently that you have to get rid of all the junk that you're no longer using. Why are you carrying old energy with you when it's a time of transition? And all times of transition require you to release all the old, the stuff that no longer matters to you. I have an old sewing machine I have to get rid of because I haven't used it in a year. I don't even know how to use it. It has to go. It's taking up space, right? If I want to get up and travel, I don't want to be lugging around a 50-pound sewing machine that I don't know how to use. It would be useless to me. So it's all about releasing that kind of stuff and then allowing that flow in, that magic. Releasing the structure and the routine a bit so that you can go more into your heart center and more into your inspirations and have more time to do what it is that you really truly desire to do, following those inspirations of the heart instead of your bliss, because we never know what our bliss is, but we always know what our heart inspires us to do, because that's the part of us that starts to soar, that starts to make us happy, that makes us joyful. So following those things, really, really important. We're in a time of transition from the mastery to the solid, to being solid in the new consciousness. That's what keeps coming up, especially relating around work life and finances. I keep seeing the 3 of spades and the 4 of spades, one on top of another. We need the transition from the mastery of learning what our heart feels into the way that we are going to structure our lives, because 4 is about the structure of the mastery that we have encountered in number 3. There is nothing else from the crystal today. So that's our forecast. I guess it's a reminder just to stay strong, let magic come into your life, release the old stuff, and realize that it's okay. All of these changes are awesome. They're allowing more of spirit, more of life to come into your life and to create the life that you actually want. And they're not really as big of a deal as we may think that they are at the time. So just remember to stay centered, grounded, and follow your inspirations of your heart.